Diabetic foods are no longer a sheltered and rarely seen part of the American culinary landscape. What used to be just a small section of sugar-free cookies and maybe a few types of candy now makes up entire stores and a majority of some people's diets. In fact, diabetics no longer have to stay in their own little aisle to find foods they love. Many non-diabetic people have established diets that are made up of low sugar and high complex carbohydrate, meaning that food companies and grocery stores have begun to introduce whole lines of food which are, indirectly, diabetic-friendly. If you went over the diet of lifelong diabetic, many times it would mirror that of a today's health-minded individual. One of the major misconceptions about diabetic foods is that they are somehow different than that of regular food. While there are some diabetic-specific foods, most are just low in many of the things that health-conscious people should avoid daily: refined and simple carbohydrates, sugars, bad fats, alcohol and sodium. In other words, limited fast food, surgery drinks, processed foods and beer. There are not a lot of trips to the drive-thru for those who have diabetes. To simply define diabetic foods, it is those that are low on the glycemic index. You want the food that won't create rapid peaks and valleys in the blood glucose level. These are simple foods like those with complex high-fiber carbohydrates, as fiber is shown to help prevent a rise in blood sugar. Foods with complex carbohydrates include cereals, legumes, oats, dried beans, lentils, fruits, vegetables and other whole grain products. In addition, those with diabetes eat foods that are high in alpha-lipoic acid, omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Diabetics also consume products with artificial sweeteners in place of sugars, though that is commonplace with many people on a healthy diet. While there are foods on the market that specifically advertise towards the diabetic clientele, many diabetics will go months without purchasing any. This is because nowadays you can stick to a diabetic diet by just staying away from the processed foods in the center of the supermarket. It's not so much the end of diabetic foods, but instead the expansion. Learn more at diabetic-foods.org.